VTubers for no reason. He's what we call anime racist. I think he's okay with anime, he just does not like VTubers because a lot of, I get the same sentiment that he does as well, because where a lot of VTubers are just into VTubing, not because they like VTubing, but because it allows them to skinwalk into a community.
I think the kids are wrong. I think...
By the way, this is not appeal to kids, and do you know why? This poster is like $45 fucking dollars. Like, you know what kids will spend money on if they've got $45 on Fortnite skins, right? This is not for the kids. This is for people Mordian Glory's age. This is for people my age who has a disposable income, who does not play like Fortnite and shit. And if you hate current day's Games Workshop politics, he is the person who's actually enabling this, because every single one here is part of Bricky's org. If you go into Orchard 8 right now, she is signed up to him. All her merch has to go through him. All of Warhammer's merch is from Orchard 8. All of Adeptus Ridiculous is Orchard 8. Christian von Carstein, same fucking website. He has probably the most sway within the community right now. Yeah, there we go. He's watching the Nellop video.
In fact, 1 minute. Let me just close some tabs here.
He's going to address it. I don't even think Nellop knows about this.
So apparently, I am a GW ball washer. So what's happened is there's a channel out there called Nellop, which I am aware of, and I haven't watched this yet. But someone, so I don't.
So he knows, but doesn't care.
I don't know what the extent of it is, but apparently I am not critical of Games Workshop. Would him send me over this?
So but I want to reach out a little bit. So, in case my little dude is kind of blocking the way right now, I'm not sure if you can tell. It says, let's see, is there anything important, chat? Was always a show. He just brought us in with a little safety beef and sprung the trap on us. My biggest issue with Nellop is that he claims to be Australian but can't speak English properly. I think his English is quite good. Like, if his English is shit, I don't know what my English is. Nellop is Timmy 2 Clamps Unrecognized Nemesis Trolled.
No, Nellop channel. He basically, I would say he does some pretty spicy content for Warhammer 40k. I actually don't really, I don't really like or dislike. I don't really mind it either way, right?
Nellop does very lukewarm content for YouTube, but lukewarm for YouTube is thermonuclear for Warhammer 40k corpo ecosystem.
I sort of recognize it for what it is. And I do think that basically he sort of calls out other like YouTubers.
Like Warhammer 40k content, like the entire ecosystem, but like in Warhammer 40k content creation, is very corpo, it's very sterilized, it's very safe, it's very hugboxy. So Nellop in this context is like absolutely thermonuclear, but for like normal YouTube, where it's like you get like what, like a Keemstar, Kino Casino, like politics, like Hassan fucking Destiny and everything like that. Yeah, it's very lukewarm. It's probably like the fact that no one got doxxed yet within like 3 months it's just really telling, right? You get people getting to political like YouTubing, and like within like 2 months of the career before they even reach like 5k subscribers, they get doxxed. Right, so Nellop is actually like very, like the entire thing is very lukewarm, to be honest.
And stuff, and he has been critical not only of Games Workshop.
So that's why like I look at his content and I'm like, whatever. And some people really don't like Nellop. They touch a nerve. They think it's very like controversial. I don't think it's really about like the topic that he talks about themselves. So like, it's like butter chicken, man. It's like mild butter chicken. It's not even Indian hot. It's just you know, white man mild curry spice. I think the main issue is really like a more personal thing. It's just a matter of presentation, right? They don't like his voice, or they don't like the editing or something like that. It's that kind of level.
Way of like other content creators and YouTubers and how they kind of interact with GW and if they ball wash and shill and all this kind of stuff.
By the way, thank you for bringing this up to me. Like, I can't believe you actually like did you sit through the entire 3-hour stream? Like, you sat through a stream and got this. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, thank you. It's very interesting.
There's definitely a little bit. We don't get this a lot in Warhammer 40k. There's definitely a little bit of rage bait and all that kind of stuff. But I genuinely don't really mind.
I don't know, like, I don't want to stop too much, but you guys don't know like how rare this actually is. Like for like there's like a bit of like drama and back and forth, and then someone actually reacting to this. This is actually very rare in Warhammer 40k. I think the last time we had this was like when Pontius called out all the like channel creators, and this was it Lord Destroyers or something like that. Yeah, yeah, no, not Lord. Wait. Yeah, in this call out video, I wasn't sure if it's called Lord Destroyers, but that's the last time we had this, and that was almost a year ago. Was it a year ago? I think it was no, 6 months ago.
Really mind that I've been even if he's completely, I've seen he's been very scathing of me in the past, especially when I covered things like Femstodes and stuff. And I don't really mind it because I just look. I've been on the internet a long time. I recognize this kind of content. I don't really have an issue with it. I think it can be very entertaining. I don't take it too seriously.
I want to see his Pontius take as well. It's fine. I can find it in the transcript.
Kind of
it's
enjoy
not
it for what it is. So it's not the kind of content that I would do, but I have no issue with other people making it. Like that. That's the way I see it. So it's not.
I think it's even either. Like you don't beef. Like you might not like the person, you might not like the presentation, but the idea of it is needed in this space. I think some things are a little bit more too serialized. Someone does need to stir the pot a bit. Otherwise, it's just going to be like too much of like a Reddit hunt box. It does need a bit of a balance. Too much light is not good. Like if you've ever played Final Fantasy 14 with Shadowbringers, too much light is not good. You need a little bit of darkness in there as well.
It's not really beef. It might have a bit of a beefy intro, but yeah, I don't really see it as beef. I wouldn't. I'm not going to take any personal offense with this, even if Nellop does tear the shit out of me.
What the hell's going on with this chat?
About him taking the shit. If you're on the internet, if you're on the internet, you should expect people to criticize you. That's the way it works, right? If I put some content out there, people are going to pick it up and do what they will with it, right? But I think this will be quite funny. So I thought, let's watch it, let's enjoy it, let's see what critique he has of me, let's have a good laugh about the entire thing. By
the way, this is another interesting thing I want to bring up, is that I'm usually the one who's actually watching Nellop videos. Usually I'm the one who's reacting to Nellop videos, and I've got a few examples of that in my channel, in my side channel, sorry. And so it's a little bit like weird seeing someone else actually react to him. It's like very novel and fresh and strange at the same time. I want to see if he has like the same reactions that I do. Is he going to have like the same like, this is so funny, or is he going to be taken aback?
Let's not take it too seriously. Let's see what he's saying. So yeah, there we go. So this video is so incoherent, I wouldn't worry. Hey, that's kind of part of it. It's meant to be a little crazy.
Imagine
it's
having
meant to be
moderators.
a little bit out there. Like I said, I've seen some of Nellop stuff in the past, and I've thought it's been quite, it's been a bit mental. I would describe him as mental, rage baity, but somewhat entertaining. and I think that's a pretty fair criticism. So, not criticism is the wrong word. A pretty fair analysis. Yeah.
I think that for Nellop, his editing style is not too special, but I think the editing style sells it a bit more. It helps along because there are two people who does, no, I mean, not two people. There are two people in total who does very close content, and it's basically Gamza and Nellop. They do very similar content, and Gamza's editing style is definitely a lot more laid back and does not. He has the energy in vocal, like in speaking, but the editing is not on par, which is why I think Nellop's videos hit a lot harder. Also, Nellop does a bit of voice acting as well, which is, it kind of fits with the energy and the presentation.
So, do you know what's kind of interesting?
Going on about Discord?
What's interesting, right, is some people will see Nellop and they'll think he's kind of one of those sort of Warhammer, for lack of a better term, like sort of like Warhammer, sort of like bro Warhammer. Is chud the right term? I'm used to traditional internet lingo, but I'm starting to see, I'm starting to get down with the kids again, right? But yeah,
what the hell does he mean? Chud's been around for 5 years.
But basically, he's kind of seen as one of those sort of like probably like bro grifter sort of chud Warhammer sort of. He's on the extreme of Chudhammer. There you go. Okay. But the thing is, I have seen him like absolutely like rip apart people who you would think were on the same side as him. So I've seen him be like extremely critical.
I don't think Nellop is like even that political. He's probably mentioning Arch right now, right?
Of like Arch Warhammer and stuff as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Right, so he's not just like going after, you know, wokies and shit like that. He basically just he goes after everyone. Yeah, he goes after everyone. So it's kind of interesting, right? So he's definitely he's an interesting character, and you know, like I said, I think
he's not on anyone's side. He's only on his own side, and he is his own politics.
Bit mental, but I do find him somewhat entertaining. I only can watch him in small doses though, because he is a bit OTT, but that's fine, you know. Like there you are. Nellop isn't a grifter. He 100% believes it. He's a true believer.
I see someone like in the middle there. He calls him a centrist in pink there. I think his name is Kaon. Calling him a centrist. No, he's not a centrist. He's not even on the field to be sitting on the fence in the first place. Like there's like left wing and then right wing and then a centrist, and he's just by himself in like a Denny's, like a White Castle somewhere.
He's not a grifter. He's a true believer. There you go. Anyway, let's have a look at what he's saying.
Every time, whenever there's something big happening in 40K, it always leads
The volume is a little bit low.
No, GW did a bad thing. But then they encourage the very thing they critique against. That is the one thing that annoys me, because they aren't consistent for what they believe in, or even worse, if you really think about it, none of these big channels have even talked about this. I wonder why. But it is also a safe...
I'm going to go back.
Sorry, I have to manually adjust the volume because... Yeah.
You see, like, if I just remove chat for a second, you can see, like, there's a... You know, you've got the... you've got Hellstorm Wargaming, which was what...
And by the way, Hellstorm Wargaming is definitely on the left because he does defend female custodies and, you know, all the stuff that entails. Arch is definitely on the right. Kirioth, I think he's probably a bit more left-leaning because he does like the thing with Bricky as well, and Bricky only plays with his own clique. Major Kill, I don't know. And Christian von Carmine is also on. He's in Bricky's circle, so probably on the left as well. So what this sets up is that Nellop is definitely on both sides.
Well, Hellstorm Wargaming was once described as 100% soy.
Yeah, and he even talks about
which I thought was hilarious. So you've got someone on very much on one side of the spectrum, as it were, and then you've got Arch on the other side, right? So you see what I mean? Like he's not on anyone's team. You know, he's like an ent. Okay, he's like an ent. He just no one's on his side. He's on no one's side because no one's on his side. That's kind of how I see it.
Now I have to be very fair. Like pulling up the Archcast is like a little bit misleading because Archcast is not his Warhammer 40K channel. Archcast is his political channel. So if he wants to like keep everything coherent, then it needs to be the Arch Warhammer channel or whatever. It's just a minor bit.
I will say one thing I would disagree with is sort of Christian von Carmian, who I think has been especially critical of Games Workshop recently because he collects a lot of the niche factions like Agents and Jesus Cult, and he's been saying like, yeah, GW's been fucking up pretty badly recently. So I do think that's probably a little.
I think Nellop's position here is not that you're not criticizing GW, it's that you're criticizing him all the safe ways and all like the pussy ways. And you're not really talking about like the really hard subjects that he's probably going to talk about in this video.
A little bit unfair.
Because they're very safe opinions. They're very safe opinions when it comes to criticizing 40K. Like you're talking about like the costs and stuff like that. And then there's like the actual very hard opinions, which is probably talking about... but I can't remember right now. Just keep watching.
But I suspect Nellop has just gone, oh look, a VTuber.
Oh, he also does not like VTubers, so that's definitely fine.
Fucking throw him in there. Anyway, he's so far along the Chudhammer axis that he's fallen off the Chudhammer scale and it's its own thing now. Oh my god. Big Bang Fries, I'll take a look at it in a moment. Let's have a look.
We talked about this. I wonder why. But it is also a safe critique, which is what pussy
Put the
channels
volume
like
up a little
this do.
Hey!
Sorry about that. I didn't put it down
It's
again.
also a safe critique, which
This
is
fucking
what
audio,
pussy
dude.
channels like this.
Look, Ma! Look, I'm famous! I'm famous!
Can I just say that Varrock and Mordian Glory has the same eyebrows? Now, if you think about it, if Mordian Glory wears glasses, they have the same kind of almost the same face shape. Because the eyebrows look exactly the same. They've got like the boomerang eyebrows. The hair is a little bit different, and there's probably like a 300-pound difference as well, but I'm just saying. And also, like, holy shit, like, Varrock is really red. Like, compared to Mordian Glory is like, he's almost as white as, like, Arch Warhammer, like, in terms of complexion. I never actually noticed this, but Varrock looks like he's, like, about to explode. Why is he so red? Like, the saturation has been turned up to, like, the maximum. Typical eyebrow genetics for Brits,
minutes of fame!
Wait, if I see eyebrows like that, does that mean they're, like, British? Is that, like, an actual feature? I did not know that. So, like, you know how Asians have, like, their eyes? So, like, Brits have, like, their little, like, right-angle eyebrows? Holy fuck, I just noticed that. No, it's...
Oh, yeah. All right, let's go. Okay, so
The devil's claws! They got, like, the devil's claws as their eyebrows. I'm just kidding, man. Contrast the eternal angle.
I am a pussy-o channel. Fair enough. Let's see what we've got
the eternal Anglo meme.
But what infuriates me even further is that the fact that GW goes after these people for hitting their brand and not these motherfuckers.
I need to turn
I
that.
have covered this topic before, and it was more of a suspicion, but I am slowly coming to believe this shit is on purpose. Like, all you have to do is to open your eyes, look at the screen, and look at this shit, bro. You go like,
oh, right, yeah.
Warhammer, which is like rewatching the 9th edition trailer. You got Christian.
By the way, I'm the one... I'm gonna go back a little bit and replay.
Oh, right, yeah.
Warhammer, which is like rewatching the 9th.
I was the one who sent him this clip. This was the 9th edition clip, and this shit was unlisted. It took a lot of digging to find this link again. Yeah, that was me.
Edition trailer. You got Christian.
Let's read the comment section. Let's read the comment section for content. Who's the YouTuber next to MG? Who's the same level as Varrock? Let's go. Nellop hates Warhammer VTubers for no reason. He's what we call anime racist. I think he's okay with anime. He just does not like VTubers because I get the same sentiment that he does as well, because where a lot of VTubers are just into VTubing, not because they like VTubing, but because it allows them to skinwalk into a community.
The 9th edition.
No, Koreans have like oval faces as well. Like Koreans are gonna hate me for saying this, but like Koreans are just like Northern Chinese with like a different language. Like Korean faces have the same face as Northern Chinese, which is quite oval. Like they got the whole moon face going on there as well. And then that's before they started like shaving bone off their face.
I fucking forgot.
Like if you looked at a Korean picture in like the 80s or something like that, they look very similar to like a Mongolian or like a northern like a Chinese person from like a Halong Guang or something like that.
About the 9th edition trailer, man.
Bro, you got like.
I fucking forgot about the 9th edition trailer.
No, it's a lot of it has to do with the plastic surgery. Like the place is literally connected together. The only difference is like a border that's been arbitrarily drawn up. Like, you know, Korea is literally connected to northern China.
Bro.
Warhammer, which is like rewatching the.
There you go. I forgot about that shit. Oh man.
9th edition trailer. You got Christian Von Carmian that has a fucking gene stealer that hits like a fucking zang.
By the way, that gene stealer looks really wrong. No, I have to go back a little bit. And no hate to like Christian, but the artist who drew this, like, what the fuck, dude? I just noticed, no, it's a female. I thought that was a dude. No, it's a female gene stealer, which is, I guess, is low accurate. I just noticed the boobs right now. It's crazy.
Fucking gene stealer that hits like a fucking zang.
Dude, like Bricky's really on like a Gooner rampage with his art.
Moment, And of course, Lord and behold, the frauds of 40K.
Sloppy
They got
stealer.
the best and the most grimdark art you will ever see.
All right, I'm just gonna
How do you put the volume down again? God damn it.
say something here. Okay, I'm just gonna say something. I think I'm getting old. All right. I think I'm getting old, right? Because or maybe it's just because
No, it's not even getting old. It's not even that. No, I'm just looking at his heads right now. I'll be like, imagine if that guy had like an extra finger. Imagine all the drama it would cause. But no, it's not even him getting old. Look, I'm an anime fan. Okay, and I'm an old anime fan who grew up on anime. I had to grow up in fucking Asia, so you can't blame me for it's like, anime for me is like SpongeBob for the Americans. Okay, it just comes with the territory, and I'm used to that shit. And even I'm looking at the shit, and I'm like, this is fucking cringe. You are pandering way too hard. I know it's part of your marketing. I know exactly what niche you are trying to appeal to right now, and it's fucking disgusting. It's almost cultural appropriation at a certain point, and I probably will not really mind this as much as if you did not actually make an entire YouTube video talking about like disparaging about how anime like peddles to like PDs and how you do not like anime because it's like lolicon and all that, and did like an entire virtue signaling video about anime and then come out and make this shit right now. I would not mind this nearly as much as if you did not make that video. But you did make that video, so I fucking disavow all of this because it just proves that he's like a grifting fuck.
I'm not American, so I don't have that sort of more close cultural influence from like Japan and shit. But I really don't get the cat girl thing, or the cat boy thing. I mean, I understand it's like look, let's be honest, it's a sexual thing, right? People are like, oh yeah, cat girls. I'm just like,
thank you for the
culture
super chat.
isn't your trend.
Man, thank you for all the super chats today. But yeah, my culture is not your trend. Exactly. It just comes off like, how Logan Paul suddenly like going to like One Piece and shit like that. Now suddenly like every single like Twitch streamer is like, yes, queen. I'm totally into like anime since like I was 18 years old. Oh, by the way, let me check the wiki. Let me check the Death Note wiki so I get all the little trivia, and then I can just go on stream and then skinwalk as like a person who like lived through all of that shit, right? And I'm just gonna keep going.
it's you know what? I think the kids are wrong. I think they are. I think the kids are wrong. I think.
By the way, this is not appeal to kids, and do you know why? This poster is like $45 fucking dollars. Like, you know what kids will spend money on if they've got $45 on Fortnite skins and PUBG, and yeah, mainly Fortnite skins and maybe PUBG. They're not going to be spending $45 for like a poster for like a Catman. Right? This is not for the kids. This is for people Mordian Glory's age. This is for people my age who has a disposable income, who does not play like Fortnites and shit. Hell, I spend money on fucking gacha games and I still won't buy this shit. So I don't really. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna fucking.
I look. If you're look, I do believe in a bit of a live and let live kind of scenario. I do, as long as you're not really hurting anyone. Like do what you want. I'm kind of believe. Like. I'm kind of old school, like an Englishman's house, his own private castle kind of thing. So, do what you want, the comfort of your own home. Like, I get it, right? But the
thing is that this is not in his own home. This is his own home, like releasing like terrible shit into the internet, and now everyone thinks that Warhammer 40K is like this now.
Fucking like femboy cat girl shit, man. Look, right. People online might tell you it's normal. I'm telling you, IRL, you probably don't want to put that on your CV, all right?
Fucking meanies from Major Kill.
I can respect Major Kill's models a lot more. Like, that comment section I had to go through, not comment section, that comment I read like at the very start of the stream with that comment talking about Major Kill releasing his own line of model. it's making him money, but I can't blame him for that. He's a Warhammer 40k channel, and he's making Warhammer 40k 3D models. I totally respect that, and I can't criticize it. I'm not going to say that he's doing it out of goodwill because he's totally making money over it. There's an entire financial incentive because of that. But it's on brand. It's natural. It's, it's not forced. It's perfectly fine. He's not subverting anything. He's not skinwalking anything. It's an honest business.
Which is not suspiciously not even.
And unlike Bricky's the one who's like talking about how anime is like bad and all that. Like if you like anime is weird. Meanwhile, he's just like ripping off he's referencing like gacha games like ZZZ with some of his artwork and like doing like fanboy and like cat girl shit.
Close to what they are. And then you got his whole merch store, which definitely does not
and t-shirts. I'm like whatever on the t-shirts. Everyone does t-shirts.
Look the same. And then you got Aurelia Temple.
Like everyone does t-shirts. I mean, fuck, I won't do t-shirts. It's fucking like everyone does it. I'm not gonna do that. But it's just norm nowadays.
Chris, I wonder what these.
Yeah, so you can't say that. It's like you can't say that this is for kids because this is $59. Kids do not have $59 of disposable income to spend on, I don't know what this is. That $59 is going to go straight into Fortnite skins.
These are, man. And they aren't even hiding this stuff. It straight up tells you for what it is. Word for word. You cannot look at me dead in the eyes and say they're not being paid by GW or they have some GW safe barrier. Like for channels like these.
And this is another thing I'm going to talk about, like on Bricky again. He is actually building a Warhammer 40k mafia right now. He is going to set the tone for Warhammer 40k because he is he's on the same politics as current days Games Workshop. And if you hate current days Games Workshop politics, he is the person who's actually enabling this because every single one here is part of Bricky's org. If you go into Orchard 8 right now, she is signed up to him. All her merch has to go through him. All of Warhammer's merch is from Orchard 8. All of Adeptus Ridiculous is Orchard 8. Christian von Carstein, same fucking website. He has probably the most sway within the community right now. Right? He sets the tone, he sets the memes, he has all the power, he's the gatekeeper besides GW.
So basically his whole...
What about Major Kill's softcore P calendar? I don't think it should be advertised on YouTube because it's against TOS. Like anything that leads to like an R18 subject is technically not allowed to be linked on YouTube. So I do have problems with them like linking on YouTube about that. The thing about him is that his entire brand is like very coarse, very adult humor and all that. So I like as a character, I don't feel like it's like off-brand or anything. I don't think he's deceiving his audience by doing that. It's okay. Now, as for the actual subject itself, I think it's fucking immature. Like, why would you want like a calendar with like that kind of shit on there? Like maybe in your home or something, but at the same time, like, dude, like you got to be single for that to work. So personally, it's not my taste. But if you got the money to spend, then like, yeah, whatever. I don't know how much that is as well. But apparently, okay, so here's the one good thing about his calendar, is that Major Kill actually pays for artists, like he commissions all the artwork, so at least he's paying artists for that. So that's like the one main silver lining with his calendar. As far as what other people spend that money on, it's their whole thing. But here's the thing, if Major Kill came out one day and he said, you know what, I hate adult humor, I hate nudity, I hate, gooners and all of that. And then at the same time, he releases like a softcore calendar, then yeah, I'm going to take issues with that. But at the same time, at the moment, like everything that he says is like ethically consistent with his philosophy. So I can't really, I can't really criticize that as much as, all the shit that's going on here. And at the same time, he's not trying to build like a fucking 40k mafia as well. Here's the important thing, is that everyone here is signed up to his org. He's got way too much gatekeeping power there, and I'm not saying that like, hey, you shouldn't be big in this entire space. I'm not being like a communist about it, but he is definitely a disrupting force, and he's not here in good faith.
The whole thing is he thinks people are getting paid off.
He's tried this many times. He's tried this in the Warframe community. He's tried this in the League of Legends community. shit did not work out there, but Warhammer 40k was like a more niche community back in the day, so he just basically found fertile ground.
It's like people who are critical of GW and get striked or get told off are not paid off by GW, and people who are critical of GW are basically like paid opposition. Nah. No, I don't have an NDA with GW, and I'm very critical of them. And they definitely look, I think it basically GW doesn't really care if you're critical of them, okay? Like, they don't. Games Workshop genuinely does not care what you think about them. In fact, there is I know some people from who are ex-sort of GW staff who are like, there's a general sentiment in the company these days of there's no point in trying to worry about what we do because they're just going to complain about it anyway, with them being us, the community, right?
You probably get off on it.
GW will go after you
the cable guys in South Park
for certain copyright stuff. Now, on the merch front, I think it can definitely be, I think if you're selling unlicensed, and at first they were just going after for like, if you're like ripping off episodes like Warhammer TV and shit like that, right? But I think they have been going after people for merch. I mean, you got to think they went after those people that made the unlicensed like Warhammer helmets.
Is this the video where Nellop actually like brings up the issue where some of the merch actually has trademark terms, and then Games Workshop selectively does nothing about that, and so the entire relationship between the merch store and Games Workshop becomes very murky
and stuff, right?
I think it is, right?
Yeah. So I don't think they
because they completely got away with it.
That there probably is an element of GW will start going after people if you have.
No, they've gotten away with it for like 3 years.
Close to their brand, because GW does a lot of merch sales now. So it's probably one of the things where it's not really.
No, if it actually does show up, I want to see
it's probably coming down the pipeline, knowing Games Workshop. Yeah. Warlord or Shield, pick a lane, Mordian. Look, I'm a Warlord shill. I shill for Warlord. I've got an NDA with Warlord. You can criticize me.
I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because I usually want to see a reaction.
There's no fucking way.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
This isn't some underground deep web where you have to find it on your own. It is literally on their videos and channel. Hang those channels now. I have the band right here. Like, if you really think about it, if I did this on my channel, I would be the
fucking Uncle Ruckus meme. Jesus.
Next motherfucker in the headlines of GW taking down the content creator. I'll be facing to the wall and being executed. But before we get into the topic, I have to do this very powerful move called giving you some context. So
if you're a small channel, would you probably get taken down? I mean, maybe. But Games Workshop, again, Games Workshop has a very scattergun approach to this. You've had some incredibly... Didn't a Border Prince and Amber King get taken down recently for, like, lore stuff? Right?
No, he got that wrong.
And I think...
So, a Border Prince got actually copyright struck by Games Workshop due to his artwork. Amber King got demonetized by YouTube because YouTube thought he was an AI for repetitive content. It's two entirely different things.
Narrated, they all had like hundreds of thousands, or were getting up to 100.
I might actually make a video to clarify this and then lump in the whole mark scan conspiracy theory with that. I've been saying it a lot, but I've been trying to figure out like an actual editing style. And the editing style I'm probably going to stick with like more yappy videos. It's probably the one that I did for my positivity video. That entire video is it's just the entire video was pretty much a test bed for that entire format.
100,000 subscribers. So it's look, I'm going to be honest, it's definitely not just small channels which are getting nuked. It's big channels, little channels. Like it's you got to be careful.
Hang on, let me change my YouTube my live stream name. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I need to change it. I changed it to Mordian reacting to Nellop LMAO hobby chat. Yeah, you can tell the mainstream is over. I don't really give a fuck right now.
You know, you've got to be careful. GW will fuck. It's got a big old. So the main.
And I don't know why you failed on the tryhard on So Hard last time we played SM2. It's. I'm telling you, it's always on the title. It's literally saying B rolls. Okay, so I actually did try. I fucked up. I fucked up SM2 so hard. but you can't say that it does not look entertaining when you saw the freaking B-roll, all right?
Makeup gun from The Simpsons, right? Yeah.
I actually did try. I fucked up. I fucking suck at SM2, but at the same time, when I put it as B-roll, it's a bit more interesting. So everything just kind of lined up at the end.
Yeah.
Haven't known this already, since it's like everywhere, and it's also a safe critique for people to talk about. Games Workshop went in and taken
Yeah, well, I'm not a gigery.
Tabletop Simulator. Now, just from hearing that,
let me put the sound up again.
Wants the specific game and trying to find out that hopefully this answer isn't true. But in reality, this is hitting specifically 11th edition mods, since 11th edition just launched and they wanted everyone that wants to buy their shitty box sets.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, during the animation purge, GW committed about 6 years ago, more or less, and the
he's actually going to go into that. He might actually go into the merch.
reason it happened, it was because of the paywall Warhammer Plus. Now that context is done, I'm going.
That's actually a valid point. GW tends
So I'm going to put the volume down a bit. Like, his volume control is atrocious, and that's coming from me.
taking things down and stuff when there's like a big launch that they're doing, and they want.
By the way, I'm like drawing like Warhammer 2D animation right now. It's probably not going to be like professional or anything, but I wonder how GW is going to react to that. I did like a little bit of like a sample of my Discord art channel. That little sister of Bella like turning around with her head and all that. It's probably going to look something like that. But I want to do like 2D anime drawings of like trailers of like certain events. I don't want to do like an actual full animation. I want to do trailers because I'm actually like, as a person, I like movie trailers. Movie trailers evoke like an emotion, and it's like a certain like short, sharp to the point cinematography that's kind of hypey and interesting for me. And so I want to do like little like anime 2D drawing trailers for like important events in the lore, like the crusades that the Star Phantoms did, or like certain epic moments, right?
Want to basically take the.
I wonder how Games Workshop is going to see that
free version away and force you to go over to the paid version. I'm surprised they haven't gone after websites like New Recruit and stuff. New Recruit, Battlescribe. Well, Battlescribe's dead now, isn't it? But New Recruit, War Organ, stuff like that. I'm
surprised Wikipedia is still up, but I think at this point they probably need to like do a nuclear strike on Russia to actually take them down. Russians don't take the Russians don't care.
Surprised,
especially nowadays.
That, but they'll probably at some point they probably will do.
The server's probably like even for New Recruits probably in Russia right now. Yeah. It's probably like.
No, so I do agree with that. I think that's a valid point.
To make a stretch on this topic because the timing couldn't be any more off, but might as well put the cards on the table. For a while now, some people were putting onto the spotlight about people coaching others in Warhammer at ridiculous price.
Yeah.
Who's the Grand Wizard on the right? Tyler Bortel has been a prominent figure in competitive Warhammer 40k scene since 2019. As an active member of Team America, we'll probably talk about Team America, the 40k team, not Team America, the World Police. Tyler has been... Okay. Did he win anything? Focus on horde gameplay. Jeez, did he win anything? I mean, it's like saying, bro, I've been playing this game for almost 10 years. I have not won a single like noteworthy tournament to actually put on my CV. Please give me $500 for coaching. Like, what the actual 5-hour call, $50 USD. So sorry, I mean 1 hour call, $50 USD. 4-hour TTS coaching, $200 USD. And this is on TTS, by the way.
Yeah, I'll turn chat off so you.
I'm just reading I'm reading a profile on the right here.
God, that has a whopping $534 for 6 phone calls. 6 phone calls, boys. Jesus, yeah. It's apparently this one is popular. Yeah, I don't fucking believe it.
It's actually not popular. I did like a little bit more research on this, and then for the Out of War website, they did like a little testimonial thing. And then it's like a cell phone. I'm not even sure why it's on there on the website, but it says like, wow, a total of 8 people have purchased this product. I don't even think he knows that the little header is there. It tells you how many times this has been purchased, and apparently like 8 people paid for it. So it's not even like that big of a deal, but the fact that it's like out there in the first place is kind of hilarious.
Provided tabletop simulator services. Now, if we put two to two together, putting the coaches in the spotlight and making profit out of tabletop simulator, and for people not buying GW models, is negative for profit, especially when 11th edition is starting. You see where I'm going with this? This is similar with the animation purge. Making money based from their brand is a no-no, or just make anything fan-made is a no-no in any regards. So GW doesn't want to be the number one with 40k. It wants to be the only one with 40k. So people don't have any other options than to go to GW's brand only. Look, if a company like GW was not already becoming Nintendo and almost banning anything related to 40k and stop people from making money out of it, at least you know and understand this company has a consistent motto.
So
I think he's building up to it, but it's taking a little bit too long.
And I do agree with that. I think that Games Workshop is, I think they do go after people who are making money off their like brand.
I know where he's building up to, but it's taking a little bit too long. And it's also because maybe I'm pausing and he's pausing and we're taking turns pausing.
The stuff that they themselves like provide. And GW's like, no, you don't get to...
Normally, I would skip forward, but I want to see the reaction of his build-up.
It's kind of like they want to be the monopoly. Yeah. So here's the thing. I think this middle bit is like actually like legitimate analysis and criticism. I think the beginning bit, I think it's just there to hook people in, right? I think it's just there to hook people in.
We can understand and see where they're coming from, despite being retarded as shit. And ideally, everyone gets equal punishment for breaking the rules of GW. Then again, Twitch exists. So the moment you spot some leniencies happening with channels getting away with it, they aren't even small channels either, which it only gives you even more questions than answers, and it makes those channels even more suspicious. And it's gonna be like, oh wait, these channels are getting punished, but not these channels, which are getting money from the IP itself. Why is this even happening? I guess it just happens. And what's worse, the ones who generally soft critique of Warhammer 40k, they are the ones that even continue to endorse people for the very problem they're against with. If you
Okay, so the whole Varrock thing is actually quite interesting. So, Varrock's avatar is a space marine, right? And there was another more controversial figure in the content creation space called, I think it was Marshall Bohemian, who does political content along with his Warhammer 40k content. And his profile picture, I think about 2 years ago, was a Black Templar. And what happened to him was that he actually received like a, I think it was a cease and desist from Games Workshop telling him to change his channel avatar because it was infringing on copyright laws. Like they do not like that. And so he changed it to like some generic like gobbledygoo AI night image, right? I don't give a fuck. And so it's kind of interesting how, I'm not saying that GW should go after Varrock, like obviously, right? But it's kind of interesting how selective this kind of is.
Continue to endorse
Marshall Bohemian, never heard of. Yeah, he made like 500 videos, and now he's only like he fucking like clawed his way to get as many subs as possible. Like he did shorts, did like 500 videos, and he's got like I don't know how many. It's not even
people for the very problem they're
over like a period of 3 years or something. It's just really political slop and 40k slop commentary.
Against with. If you really think about it, it isn't really much of a surprise when GW tested AI to go and legally sue Max to people that aren't even in the hobby in the first place. And despite of everything they said about they aren't going to use the AI. And then there's the six finger.
That's
definitely not AI.
Guys, it's just a mistake. I spent, 6 hours drawing this, 3 hours drawing this, and, I did not even notice that. It's just funny, right? Teehee.
Definitely not AI.
Controversy. Warhammer 40k channels talked about it, and then they just moved.
It's not Behemoth, it's Bohemond. It's like some weird-ass, like, European name. I don't even really care that much.
Moved on like nothing happened. Because at the end of the day, Games Workshop is all about control to what they want and how.
Is he actually going to show that image of the merch?
Okay, so I think that's a bit of a silly point. Like, so basically, what you're saying is they criticized it and then, like, they criticized it, bro. Then they talked about something else. What do you want? Do you want every day for everyone to like just talk about that one mistake over and over again. No, if someone's brought it up and talked about it, like I think that's fine. Like, what do you want? Like every day let's talk about the same problem? No, we always have another day, another six-finger video. Like, come on, man.
Behave and let them reap the rewards where other channels get fucking punished. As long
Nah,
as
I think this is
the benefits of 40K sales and has channels to give them free advertisement and to only speak positive and safe critique for what GW wants them to say.
Okay, I don't think he's actually going to show the he's not actually going to show the actual evidence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it myself. Because he might have left that out by accident during his editing. Let me show it to you guys. And I've gone through this a million times. I think some people know where I'm going with this. Okay. So to build up onto Nellop's point, basically everyone who uses a GW IP, whether it's like a naming or like designs and all of that, gets hit with the like lawyer, with the litigations, right? And so it's very weird for Games Workshop to basically leave anyone out, especially if they're using AI tools like in the Florida court case kind of proved with their IP, the whole IP thing where they call it like no game, no galaxy and everything. So, okay, let's look at this. How did this get left out? Slanesh and Beggy concert sandals. The name Slanesh is a copyrighted term. There's no mythical creature called Slanesh out there which makes this free use. Slanesh is the name Slanesh is a Games Workshop IP. It's not a trademark, but it belongs to them. And what's this? Gilliman family tree gets McDonald's. Okay, Gilliman is not a free. It's not a free IP name either, right? It's a very distinctive Games Workshop name. Slanesh and you see where I'm going with this, right? And okay, maybe the AI just missed them by accident. No, it's not, because if it went through the entire internet, it would have caught the entire hyperlink. It's literally right there in the hyperlink. It's not just here. It's just not here on the side, right? And the hyperlink is something else. The word Gilliman is literally in the hyperlink. If you're using, like with the Florida lawsuit where they went through the entire internet, catching even Battletech channel creators, then yeah, it's definitely going to grab this fucking like thing here as well. So it becomes like 10 times more suspicious that for some reason they get left off. And he's got this, by the way, this entire mafia going on here where let's go back. Where he's got Adeptus Ridiculous, he's got the VTuber, he's got himself, Bricky, he's got where the fuck? I mean Eastleigh is one, Dice Hammer, Christian von Carmine, Froggy PhD is also a Warhammer creator. Like added all together, they probably have like 2 million subs. Right. This is like a small empire that they're building, and they're gonna gatekeep Warhammer 40K ideas.
Then it's all good. And as long as there's whales and channels that endorse and tolerate such things, then we will only getting slop, and our standards will be even lower than ever before. Because being negative is a no-no. So my only one message to bring to the table for the—
And someone's probably going to bring this up in the comment section, and it gets brought up every single time. It's like, oh, you're a small subscriber. Fuck. You've got like very little subscribers. You're probably just jealous. Why are you hating on this man? You're just mad because he makes more money than you do. You're more successful than you do. Motherfucker, I'm not going to dox myself, but I own my own fucking company. I'm pretty sure I make more money than fucking Bricky.
this fruitful, positive
Like, I'm sorry, man, but like YouTube is not the only career path out there in the entire world.
conversation is execute these channels now.
Yeah, sure, okay. Right, basically, the whole thing is, if you criticize GW and don't get taken down, then clearly you're getting paid off by GW. That's the entire thing. Now, I'll put a link to that in the chat for those that want to watch it without my sound alert.
I think like the Nellop thing is like a nice like 8 out of 10 video, but it would have been like a slam dunk if it actually showed up like some of the actual like more serious IP infringements. But what the hell happened to this? Like, what the hell happened to this reaction that was supposed to be like Mordian reacting to him getting talked about by Nellop, but then we're now like the entire thing just shifted to Bricky for some
There's
reason.
some shit going on. But yeah, basically, it's a bit mental, and it's just not true because I've been. I think Games
now it's gonna
Workshop
address it though.
does not go after you for criticizing them. Games Workshop goes after you for two reasons. One,
everyone who brings out a lower subscriber count, like everyone who says that you're just a smaller channel criticizing a larger channel, you're not supposed to criticize larger channels, know your place, you fucking peasants. Do not live with the idea of like a Western democracy. The idea of a Western democracy is the fact that every single soul, every single person gets one vote. You are equal in your say. So every single time someone brings out like the fact that, oh, you only have like 4,000 subscribers and you're criticizing like Major Kill or something who's got like 800, 700K subscribers, is a fucking idiot who probably should get their right to vote like taken away from them, because these people are like a fucking like danger to society. I hate it when people say that you are not allowed to actually, talk about anything because, oh, you're poor, you've got low subscriber rates, whatever. It's like, guys, YouTube is not the only matrix of success out there in the entire world. There are people who are like lawyers out there who own law firms and have like 50 subscribers on their YouTube channel because they treat this shit as as recreation. They just do this as a pastime. And occasionally you have like very successful YouTube channels with very successful people. Yes, that happens as well. But come on, guys, can we be like serious about this? Can you actually listen to the actual discussion instead of just looking at the numbers, instead of just being sycophants, and instead of being just like, I don't know, like tribalism?
The AI lawyers thought that Warhammer Battle Mech was
even Mordian Glory knows that the Florida lawsuit was basically like an entire internet dredged by an AI. That's the only way you can explain it, because the entire lawsuit contained like 320 or something defendants, and then 80 of them have to be thrown out of the court. That's like over 20% failure rate. You can only get that with an AI.
Warhammer Warhammer model.
But how would you fuck up so badly where you want to protect Warhammer 40k IP lore and then started suing someone for BattleTech IP?
And two, basically, if you infringe on the IP, it's not that you can't make money off their IP or you can't like have a channel talking about Warhammer. It's if basically you're like selling Warhammer like products. So, for example, if I took the Guard Codex now, scanned it all in.
I'm just going to interrupt what he's saying, because it's just going to say this. What if you took a name like Slander and monetize it and started selling $25 t-shirts, and then Games Workshop does nothing about it? What if you email their legal department and they decide to ignore this? What does that actually say?
And put it on.
By the way, I've never emailed them, but someone else actually had, and I've been building like a small docket about this shit, and I've got like the actual reply emails from someone else.
My like channel.
And I can show the person who emailed them as like proof that it's not done by me. It's not like I'm like a vindictive motherfucker, but other people have done it.
And and even if I didn't charge before, just put it there for free. Like, hey, Google Drive link, download it here, kind of thing. GW would say no, that's not okay, because basically that's I've basically taken one of their products and I've tried to basically like pass it off. I've tried to make money off it, or at the very least, even off like ad revenue. I'm hosting like it for free.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about like YouTube. Technically, like if you're like a YouTuber, technically you're making money off GW name. Like if I go into my main channel right now, my EXE video has the Warhammer 40k logo for the 10th edition.exe. It's got the Warhammer logo on the side. Like technically, like on a very strictest sense, you can say that I'm using their IP to like misrepresent them and something, and there's definitely like a monetary benefit involved. Like they can actually come after me. For legal purposes, I have to say that the entire video was done as a parody and it falls under fair use. But at the same time, they could actually do that. No, the issue is that they don't like it when you use their trademarks and start merchandising it. Like so, with the word Slanesh, with the word Gilliman.
Right? See what I mean? That's like different. But that's where they come after you. If you're doing,
it's like having an argument with someone making mistake reading something Bible, you correct them, give them evidence. They use the argument you have in cheap, dirty shoes, not relevant argument. Yeah, it's just a lot of the arguments nowadays are very emotional, and they're probably like done in a standard which they do not even like abide by. So you can just throw that out. It's irritating to read, but it's the human condition.
like battle reports, tactics content, or even just criticisms of Games Workshop. I mean, they don't care. They just don't care at all. Yeah.
If GW actually cared, like the channels like Outer Circle and Northern Exile would just be nuked into the Shadow Realm like years ago.
So it's a little yeah. It's a little conspiracy theorist, I would say, but like, look, dude, are there channels that absolutely suck on the dick of GW? Of course there are. Are there channels that suck on the dick of GW? Of course there are. There are people signed up to the guilds, the NDAs.
And this is probably one of the issues with, I'm going to criticize Nellop a little bit here. His direction of the argument is correct, but the precision of it and the terminology of it sometimes can do some work, because maybe I'm a nerd, right? But you can actually, like, he's got like a nice stick right now. He's got like a really fucking nice stick that you can beat someone with. But that, you need to sharpen that stick and make it into a pointy stick. And that's how you get like the actual, like, this is where it becomes like shit posting into like an art. Like, this is where the like artful shit posting and just like normal slob shit posting, that's where like the difference actually lies, is that the precision of it and the terminology.
They're fully in BWDW, of course. And
the shit posting is definitely an art.
Those people, but if you're in,
like, for example, I have to say my EXE videos are great shit posting. Like, the entire thing is really like a criticism, but when you look at it, does it feel like, you know, an old man complaining about Games Workshop? No, it does not feel like it. It feels like entertainment.
Bed with Games Workshop, you can't criticize them.
And I know it's kind of like shining my own shoe, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, praising myself right now, but I've got to say, like, the results, man, for a small channel, those videos are doing well.
At all. Yeah.
I'm just upset I can't make more of it.
You can't criticize them. You can't criticize them at all. It's a very, very, very fine line. Yeah.
I'm going to make more of it. It's just hard to make.
Rio, he lost me once. He put Arch in there. Those are channels. Oh, that's really dumb. Opinion discarded. Well, that's what I mean. But I think because
that's an emotional argument. Like, seeing someone, you're not seeing the argument. You are seeing you're letting the sycophant take over. The tribalism is taking over your mind.
Very critical of Games Workshop, and I don't think he sells.
He threw away the entire argument because he criticized someone he did not like. And so, what is that really telling you?
Anything. For like, he doesn't do any tactics video. I mean, I guess he does the occasional like lore video, doesn't he? But
he does not do the occasional lore video. That's really underselling it. I'm not a fan of him, but I have to like give credit to the grind. It's really underselling it, man. It's been one video every week for like the past fucking 15 years.
Yeah.
I think he took one vacation.
He barely does lore content anymore. Arch is just off in the corner, just he's doing his thing. You know, I'm not gonna get into it.
What do you mean? Like, he still does a lore video every single week. Every single Friday is a lore video for the last like 15 years. What are you talking about?
Did his thing.
Maybe he's just pretending that he does not know Wash, so he does not get in trouble with Reddit. That's what it is.
But yeah, he. I think the video is that Nellop did.
But I don't really watch Arch either. I just get notifications from him because I've been subscribed for him for like 15 years, and I never bothered unsubscribing. I don't watch lore videos anymore.
Like I said, I'm not going to take it too seriously. Was it funny? Yes, it was. And that's it. It's entertainment. That's it. It's just entertainment. Any holes in the criticism, any holes in the logic, anything like that, it just doesn't matter.
Wait, Slovak, you're in chat. Wait, Clovey, I just saw you in chat. You typed in Mordian started noticing ? I just saw you talking about Arch? Question mark. And this guy called Cheese Marine said, EN VTubers are soulless. You should not show them. No sense of idol values, entirely at odds with the truth. That a lot of EN VTubers are just like fucking whole skinwalking as like a weeb. I think the only like real person who I think is actually genuine about the whole VTuber thing in the entire EN VTubing sphere is probably Pippa, because I know for a fact that she like tried to audition for fucking Hololive and then she got rejected.
It doesn't matter. Like, it was a
I think Ash over most of the shows any day. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
funny video. So yeah, what do I agree with some of the bits that he said? Yes. Do I think that he was completely off the mark in other areas? Yes. Do I think that some of his arguments make sense? Yes. Do I think some of his arguments have got big holes in them? Yes. There you are.
Yeah, that pretty much summarizes a lot of Nellop's content. And if Nellop sees this, don't take this as like a criticism. Take this as an evaluation. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit and see if he starts talking about the Pontius. I'll give him like another minute. If he goes on to another subject, I will skip forward because he does mention him in like another like section here, like 49, 42 and 49. And I'll see what his opinion on Pontius is, because
we are
it's very rare. Like, you have to realize this is very rare. People usually do not like react to controversy in Warhammer 40k. This is a rare drop.
Entering the Warhammer
Nellop's like spamming special moves, but it's got no PP left.
Warhammer era. So you know how you've got like big streamers on Twitch who are always getting into the drama, and like whenever these videos like pop up, like the top comment is always, "I'm too employed for this. Can someone just summarize what happened?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
I got a feeling that Mordian watches drama. I'm sure that Mordian is actually hiding his power level. The fact that he knows this, I feel like he's hiding his power level. I bet he is like watching like more Pegasus or something like that. He's
we are literally entering that era.
That is literally more Pegasus's comment section
for Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k has grown big enough now that.
And by the way, I feel like this entire section, you know how, and Korn just touched on this, he's more of a content whore. Yeah, you know how Mordian usually just like clips out, and this is not to really criticize him too much, it's just more of an observation. You know, he clips out like part of his own stream and just puts it into his main channel. It's kind of funny, like this part was not clipped out at all. Like he did not clip this part, and then like this reaction was not like recycled into his main channel.
We are gonna get like dedicated like drama channels for beef between channels and all that. And
that's what I'm always saying.
And we already had drama channels before, like, you know, you've got like Discourse Minis, you know, the Warhammer scandal just got worse. Which
Discord Miniature is not even a drama channel. Discord Miniature is like a fucking waste of space. It's like worse than a drama channel, because at least you're getting some like kind of entertainment with a drama channel. Like Discord Miniature just like waffles on, like talks around in like a circle for like 5 minutes. She's like the 40k equivalent of like an astronomy channel who has to like recite what a black hole is every single video. Yeah, she basically does that for like 5 minutes, where she like, it's like, oh, something situation, and spends like 5 minutes recapping what GW has done, and then spends like 2 minutes shilling her own miniature game. And then you get 1 minute of like the actual topic, and then the other 2 minutes is like her thanking her Patreon.
Which I think is, you know, I actually quite like Discourse Minis, because, which is a bit of a hot take, so I know some people don't, but...
If Warhammer 40k community anything but praise video is considered as drama, here's the thing, is that Games Workshop made themselves into like a perfect enemy. I already mentioned this at the start of the stream. You can go into Hobby Store, criticize Games Workshop, and immediately makes friends. It's basically the communal enemy, which you can just set as like your whole character. It's like a whole bonding ritual, right? Every community needs like a shared enemy. GW is that enemy. And so when you make content dissing GW, it feeds into that. It makes you feel, it establishes instant rapport with a wider community, because so many hobby spaces are actually like treats Games Workshop as an enemy, as like a bonding emotion, as like a founding emotion, whatever it's called. That is why being negative is a bit more meta than being positive when you're making content creation in YouTube, because you're tapping directly onto that. 40K dramas, mostly, for most part, the company screws us all over anyways. Yeah. No, there's not enough. The thing is that there's not enough. No, the thing is that there's no drama in Warhammer 40K space. It's because everyone is so corporal. Everyone is so safe. No one, like, if they do have like a hot take about the female custodies, it will be like hidden in like a live stream somewhere that will never actually get clipped out. It's like all hidden and shit, right? Even Bricky, with his like unpopular opinion, he fucking unlisted it. There is very little chance for drama. Everyone wants that early access. Everyone wants to maintain that positivity, to peddle their merch. And then Games Workshop is always the bad guy. And Games Workshop is always the one who's going to be used as like an emotional anchor.
Look,
And by the way, it's fully deserved for Games Workshop. I'm not saying that to defend Games Workshop. I'm just saying this as an observation. I'm just saying this as like the human, I'm going to say this a lot over the years. I'm going to say this as like the human condition. The Miscreant Maximum Gold lawsuit got dismissed. There you go, drama. Oh, this actually got dismissed. That's funny. I didn't know about it. I don't even follow Asmongold anymore because I feel like he got dumber like ever since his parents passed away. It's very sad, but I feel like am I going to go on like a whole like Asmongold? Like I'm going to go on like a mini rant. Asmongold used to have very good takes because he had like layers and depths going on with his whole insight. I think ever since his family passed away, I feel like he's been getting a little bit too dumb. Like his arguments pretty much falls back to like, duh, come on guys. Yeah, it's obvious. Don't you guys see it? All the normal people see it. Well, duh. And I just fell away there. And I feel like a lot of times Asmongold felt a lot wiser than his years. Is because I feel, and I got no way to prove this as well, it's going to be like the most unpopular schizo take what you can imagine. But I feel like a lot of his popular opinions were just parroted from his parents. That's why he was so like deep, and that's why he seems so wise. But ever since that got cut off, he's just been pandering to like politics and shit. I'm not going to go into it any further.
I think the channel is what it is, right?
His whole thing is being simple, but now he is being way too simple without any of the nuance. And I feel like his dad, which is very, by the way, his dad is very fucking smart. His dad was like an executive. He was a professor and everything like that. And I feel like a lot of the times when Asmongold makes a very good point, I don't see him saying it. I see his dad saying it. Because I used to follow him a lot, and I kind of like watched those videos where his dad was on the live streams and on his videos, and it just feels like he just passes through some of that wisdom.
The channel is what it is. If you don't,
he even said his goal is to radicalize normies towards a certain enemy group. I don't really care anymore.
Like that content, you just don't watch it. But okay, but we all love the occasional bit of salty popcorn, right? But it is what it is, right? I don't. Yeah, I think they're fine. I think they're fine. I think it's like, I don't hate Nellop. I don't hate Discourse Minis. I don't hate Arch Warhammer. All these, what you could say are fairly controversial channels. I don't really hate any of them.
If you really hate them, then learn to feel nothing from them, and then just tell YouTube not to recommend that channel. I think Korn said it best, where like, to hate something the most is just to ignore them completely, just to be completely apathetical to them. The opposite of love is not hate, but is to have like the absence of that emotion.
You just recognize them for what they are. They're just entertainment channels, which love a bit
I'm just following on from what Mordian is saying.
A little bit of beef. That's it, right? That's it. So, but going back to it, the difference I would say between someone like Nellop and Discourse Minis
Apathy, yeah,
is that Discourse Minis tends to be talking about the drama of GW, like GW. That's where traditionally our.
By the way, I did feel like, and I fell for this as well. I feel like Mordian just deflected, and this is the whole like British cutting thing that's happening right now. You see, the British are so good at talking, and they're so good at just like waffling, and they're so disarming. that this entire thing is really about like Nellop's like accusations on Mordian, and somehow Mordian's turning it into like a him psychoanalyzing a Nellop. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Beef and
it's because Mordian has nothing more to say. That's true enough. I'm probably going to skip forward.
There'd be some big changes.
There's like a little bit like here, right? Because you see here, there's like a 20. Can you see it? Chat's blocking a little bit, so there's like a skip forward 20 minutes, and he starts talking about it again. I'll see if he has anything.
I don't. Yeah, I think they're fine. I think they're fine. I think it's like, I don't hate Nellop. I don't hate Discourse Minis. I don't hate Arch Warhammer. All these, what you could say are fairly controversial channels.
Oh, actually, really 49 is better, because in 49 he says probably like 10 minutes long Nellop right now about how I'm a massive pussyo fan sitter, dick rider. Yeah, okay. Here was he in his chat? Like, why is he so angry?
Probably like a 10-minute long Nellop rant now about how I'm like a massive pussyo fence sitter, GW dick rider, something like that. Nellop, if you're gonna watch this, you want to criticize me, you can call me a warlord dick rider. There you are.
No. I think what we need to do is to get Nellop and Mordian Glory into one stream. If we can put Nellop and Mordian into one stream, like between their waffling and like Nellop's like schizo rants, I think we might actually generate infinite content for Warhammer 40k. And then like in the middle, maybe they can have like a debate, and then maybe we can put like Cornet Gaines as like a referee or something, right? Because I think Cornet Gaines wanted like a collab with Nellop for some time. Now I've seen him pop into chat. And yeah, if we get like Mordian Glory, Cornet Gaines as like the referee, and then Nellop as the second party, it might be an entertaining stream.
You can say what you want about me, but the legitimate criticism is I'm a warlord dick, right?
Like, the thing is that like Nellop actually has like a small friend group going on now, because he's got Based If True, which is like a pretty big YouTuber who does politics. Cornet Gaines, who does Cornet Gaines was in his chat asking for like not asking, but like hinting towards a collab. There's probably other people too. Like, if he plays it out right, he can probably make his own like schizo podcast that runs like once every single month, and it might actually be pretty entertaining. And if Cornet Gaines can actually sort out his fucking audio, there's like an actual chance where that shit might actually take off. I can actually see that happening. He just needs to keep focused. Herc's fetish is to gaze upon others embarrassing themselves. My fetish is generating good content. My fetish, I'm telling you right now, what I'm trying to do is Idolmaster, except instead of cute anime girls, I got middle-aged dudes getting angry over plastic toys. Okay? You think Idolmaster, the like Japanese weeb anime game, is fucking degenerate? No, I got something much worse in my mind, but it's also something very similar. Your fetish? No, it's not good content. Good content means it's honest content. Good for me means it's honest. I want entertaining content. If entertaining content is like back in the days on MTV when we have like Celebrity Deathmatch, when we had like old South Park where like shit like just gets beaten up and bloodied for no reason. I want gladiatorial sport. That is entertainment. That is not good content. That is entertaining content. My fetish is one day having loving wife and kids. That's not even a fetish, just entirely normal. I want that one day too.
There you are. Nellop did 2 streams on you and 3. Yeah. He's commented on me a few times. I
even told Nellop that after one of your streams, if he's ending the stream and Mordian is still going, just do a hate raid. Just like raid him with like 5 people. Like, it doesn't need to be a lot. He gets like 16, 12 people in his live streams nowadays. Just send them all over to Mordian Glory. It'll be kind of funny.
Really, I've had people comment on me all the time in various places. I don't take it as criticism. Well, okay, I recognize it as criticism. I don't take it to heart too much. Like I said, I've been around long enough to just recognize this is just the internet, baby.
Nah, Mordian doesn't excuse me, Mordian definitely has been like watching drama channels. He knows the game. He made references to like unemployed comments. That's like shit that you'd see from like More Pegasus or like a Cheeto or some shit like that. Some other like bigger drama channels, like maybe Quintio or something. Yeah, no, he knows the territory, and that is why he is the perfect person. He knows the game, and he's trying to hide it.
It's Hollywood, baby. Like,
the MTV used to be like fucking awesome. Like you used to have like the perfect layout. Like you've got MTV, you've got like Adult Swim at night. Like back in the days, TV was actually kind of decent. Like you got like a decent like lineup going on. Like for me, right, my cheap thrill was just to like have just go home, right? I used to do like sports practice, and then come home, I take a shower. And then I want to sit in front of the fan. You know, it feels really good when you're sitting in front of a fan after like a shower and like the wind is blowing into your like your hair in your face. And then you have cup noodles. And then you turn on the TV and it's like Adult Swim. It's like Dragon Ball Z. Or, you know, some MTV stuff, right? You know, maybe some old movie that's entertaining to watch. And those were the days.
yeah, I don't worry about it too.
I'm telling you, like the cup noodle after the shower with a fan just tied everything together. It felt so good.
Much.
Cartoons back in the day, now they're retarded. I think cartoons were always a little bit retarded. Like you had two different types of cartoons. You had like Powerpuff Girls and like you know, Dexter's Laboratory, and then you had like Scooby Doo. Those are kind of normal, right? Those are not like out there. Those are kind of entertaining. Then you get like that weird ass freak ass shit like who the fuck made Cow and Chicken? Like I thought Cow and Chicken was like weird as shit. Like who the hell made like I Am Baboon and I Am Weasel? I don't even know what like Ren and Stimpy is, but like, you know, the really fucked up shit. And they sometimes show you like shocking visuals where like the cow is like super well defined. They do like a still shot where the cow is like super high, like super HD or some shit. Like what the fuck is going on there?
Like I said, the
Cowardly Dog is kind of in the middle, but I pretty much put it up there with like Cow and Chicken as well. Yeah, Cowardly Dog is a little bit weird, and I might I might even say like Cowardly Dog should not even be a kid's cartoon. There were like genuine scenes in Cowardly Dog where it's actually a little bit like disturbing to watch if you're a child. Courage had great lessons, but there were some scenes in there which were like a little bit because my classmates were telling me there was like a mummy scene, and the teacher, like, I knew about it because it aired in New Zealand, and then a lot of kids had like nightmares over it, and then the teacher actually had to like talk to some kids about it. No, I think let me look up the scene. Like maybe I can find a scene because I haven't seen it either. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this scene. Is it this scene? They say it's like in 3D. I haven't actually like it's unlocking a memory for me. I don't know what to expect. Yeah, it must be this one because they say it was in 3D. Return the slab. Yeah, it must be this one. So apparently, like this aired, and like a bunch of kids watched it in my class, and they got nightmares. And then the teacher had to like address it.
What's your offer?
This night. So I was saying like there's some shit in like Courage the Cowardly Dog, which was not very like kid friendly, but you know, at the same time, you know, Pokemon sent some kids to hospital at the same time, so maybe I should not really judge.
very beginning, I recognize that if you're a content creator, no matter what size you are, if you're a content creator, big, small, you put content out there. Once it's out there, it's there for people to criticize. They're going to do with it what they're going to do with it, and that's just the way it works.
Yes, I get like fucking shit on all the time as well, especially on my side channel. Let's see what he says about the Pontius. Slovak. Why do you have a timestamp? Why are you on the your name is on the your name's on the transcript. Like I'm gonna go back 20 seconds. I want to see the actual context.
Anything that they've shown over the last couple of years is that they really are not that competent. They can't run a piss up in a brewery.
This is about GW.
Klovac, thanks for your opinion on Pontius. I think Pontius is a very passionate Italian man, which I know is a little bit of an oxymoron.
Hey, that's your super chat.
No, I have no issue with Pontius.
No, you're double dipping on that super chat. Like that one super chat got like 2 reactions.
You know, I occasionally watch some of his content every now and again if it comes across my feed. But I'm not like a super Pontius fanboy, but I'm not a Pontius hater. Like again, I just recognize the content that he makes, and I've been on the internet long enough to see, you know, to enjoy, you know, different content.
I have to say that the whole Pontius like situation where he came out and went guns blazing over all the law troopers, that was like the ballsiest things I've ever seen. That was genuinely brave. Like you can disagree with like his methods, you can disagree with his content, you can disagree with him being Italian. I'm just joking, by the way. But that was like one of the most entertaining and ballsiest thing I've ever seen, and that was almost like a scene from fucking like Die Hard or something, where like he just comes out and he's like yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, just started like spraying everywhere. That was like a once in a decade shit, man. That was a once in a decade shit show.
Content,
not a shit show because shit show like it's like a pejorative, like a once in a decade spectacle.
For depending on what mood I'm in. If I want a bit of salty beef, maybe I'll check him out. If I want a bit more chill, maybe I'll check a different channel out. Yeah, I have no strong feelings on.
Go before that one timestamp. The one before that was. The one before that's like 20 minutes before. By the way, look at this title. This is probably like the actual most saltiest Mordian Glory. Well, not saltiest, like the beefiest Mordian Glory live stream in the wild, because he's talking about Nellop and the Pontius. But the title is like the most innocent thing ever. I don't think he actually wanted people to watch this.
Pontius, and I have no strong criticism or praise. I think he's fine. Like he just, you know, but I say that about a lot of channels that, you know, Pontius would then criticism. Like I don't really have.
Mordian still thinks Pontius is drama channel and stuff. I told him correcting someone's job isn't drama. And a lot of stuff. There is the intention, and then there's the methodology. And the method, like, okay, so what is drama? Slovak, what is drama? So the definition of drama is basically an instigation. It is something that it's like instigating aggression, isn't it? It's instigating I don't want to use the word situation. I'm trying to think right now. There's probably like an actual proper definition of this. But it's basically instigating like an entire. You know what? I'm just going to Google it. My brain is like 4 a.m. Yeah, so basically instigating like an entire emotional journey, right? An emotional experience. And you can't say that the way that the title was laid out, the way that the thumbnail was laid out, the entire tone of the video, you can't say that it was not really, you can't say that it was not drama, but the intention, the attention was for, I guess, a more positive reason, but the way that it's laid out is definitely drama worthy. And it goes back to what I said as well. Nellop videos are thermonuclear in the Warhammer space because the Warhammer space is so mild. But if you take it out of a Warhammer space, it's like a very normal video. And it's the same thing. Like the Pontius video is like thermonuclear inside of the Warhammer space. It's definitely, in terms of the Warhammer space, it's definitely a drama video. If you take that out of the Warhammer space with that same formatting, talking about the same things, people probably see it as like a fucking normal video, to be honest.
Have any beef with Major Kill? I think the only beef I've ever had with Major Kill is the whole peptide thing, and I do think that was, I think that was a mistake on his part.
Oh, and the peptide thing actually got a development is that not through Major Kill, but there was a woman who got like peptide treatment on her face and on her lips. And I think it fucked up her facial muscles forever. So peptides you definitely need to look out for.
You know, personally, I think that was
It's very recent as well. I think I saw the news like 2 days ago. Like some woman went for like facial peptide treatment for I don't know why. I think peptide is just like snake oil nowadays. They just say peptide and it just treats everything. And it just like bloated her lips and swollen her entire face, and now her entire like head is fucked up.
a bad move, but I actually gained a lot of respect for him because he just fucking owned it. He just did. And I do think that Major Kill in the last couple of years, for example,
I remember watching this reply.
Kind of, I don't know.
I must have just woken up and then started like watching his live stream. Then
more savvy channel, I would say. Yeah, he's become more savvy. But again, I don't really give a shit about Major Kill.
Major Kill does not do that
in a bad way. He's a channel.
Major Kill used to have a skill where he just like shouts at Timmy. He's got like this like imaginary friend called Timmy, and then like Timmy will just say something silly, and then he'll be like, "Shut up, Timmy." Yeah, I think he stopped doing that because the picture was like an autistic kid, and that's not Reddit friendly.
Occasionally, if I want someone to tell, if I want them to tell me something in a funny Australian accent, maybe I'll watch him. But there you go. Like, yeah, I don't.
Here's a hot take. I don't think he's got an Australian accent anymore. I think he lives in the US now and has been steadily losing his Australian accent, and his Australian accent has been more and more forced over the years.
I don't really care. Like, it's fine. And I find this about a lot of channels.
It's like a very mild Australian accent because he's not in Australia anymore. Like the Americans have been squeezing the Australian out of him. It sounds relatively normal.
Yeah, I find this about a lot of channels. You know, I think some people get overly het.
I think he kept like as much Australian accent as possible because one, it gets more girls, and number two, it's his entire brand.
Up about it. And I just, yeah, I don't care.
All right, I think we've seen enough.